Hey guys, today I will be going over some flashes for Inferno. Some of these are in fact pop flashes, as some of them are just sort of helpful flashes that are pretty close to pop flashes, but they give them like a quarter or a half second to react. But starting off with a very common one for Banana, just running down here, throwing it off that fence. You know, it'll pop somewhere around there. It's a pretty common one. And then another couple common ones, someone sitting by sandbags will either throw it off this fence, which is pretty useful. Not my preferred method, or they'll throw it off this roof right here, which I prefer to do because it goes a little bit further. And, you know, pretty high success rate with these if you time it right, and you can kind of blind them and pop some heads. If you're a CT and holding this angle and you hear them coming, if you aim at this roof, like right about the shadow area, they'll pop up there, and of course anybody running in won't really be able to see it, and they'll be blinded. This is a pretty common one that I do myself, that I've had a pretty good success rate. Terrorist pushing Banana, throw it off this window. Sometimes it'll, whoop, blinded myself there. Sometimes it'll bounce off this wall, like right at the edge. Sometimes it'll pop like right back here. You can see me throwing a bunch of nades, but it's been pretty successful for me. Some more common ones for someone holding this spot right here. There's like 3 different ways you can do it. I prefer this way. You can throw it right off the... Nope, not like that. Throw it off the black part of this, and it'll pop like that. Or I've seen people throw it off this fountain like this, and it'll pop like that. And I've even seen someone throw it off of the trash can right here, which is a pretty cool one. But rounded objects like this I don't like to do just because they're pretty inconsistent. Like, let's say you throw it off of that. You know, you don't necessarily know where it's going to go. See? I don't like those. It's not very consistent, but if you stand right about here, line yourself up with this dot right here, and throw your flash off of the wall like that, it'll bounce out through here and land right there. So if you hear them coming and you have time to kind of line that up, line yourself up with the dot, and then just throw it off. It's kind of inconsistent sometimes if you don't get it just right, but it might be useful to stop a push. This one is not a pop flash. Again, you're coming in here, you just throw it off of there. Don't blind yourself like I just did. I don't know why I ran with that, but you might be able to catch somebody playing back there. Coming into Speedway here, if you're doing a retake as a CT or you're rotating to A as a T, you think someone might be around the corner here. Just do running, look at your feet basically. Jump and throw, it'll bounce off these couple walls and pop right about here, so anybody rounding that corner is going to see it and be blinded. They have like maybe a quarter of a second to react because they can't see it where it pops right there, or bounces I should say. It'll pop right there, so they'll probably be blinded. You can try the same thing coming out of the library. It's kind of hard to get the angle though. Let's see.
Deploying flashbang.
That might be useful. It's a little less of a flash that's a pop flash though. Sitting in graveyard, this one can be pretty useful.
Deploying flashbang.
Bounce it off of there, and it'll pop right about there, just as they round the corner here. They'll be able to see it. As you can see, it just barely pops out of there, and they won't be able to react at all. Oh god, I'm stuck. This is a pretty common one to do. If you aim right about where this dot is, hold right click, let go, then just turn away until it pops. It'll pop right there as somebody comes up the stairs here.
Flashbang.
I don't know why I did that. Don't worry about it. If you want to flash in a dark room, that's the way to do it. The flash out of boiler, you can just kind of throw one off of these stairs right here. Let's try that again. Off of the second stair right here. That's what I was aiming for, and it'll pop right about there. And of course, anybody playing right here, they're going to be blinded. To flash into boiler for a teammate that's peeking stairs, as that is a pretty common angle for them to hold, watching the stairs over here. You just simply stand on this bucket and throw one in. And as you can see, it'll pop right about here, because again, this is a pretty common angle for someone to hold, just so that their head is showing. They might be able to react like this, but the idea is you're throwing it as your teammate is peeking, so they'll be turned away, and then you can get a nice little jump on them. This is a pretty common one that I like to do. If you stand against this wall and aim where the white part of this pillar is, and then just do a running throw, it'll bounce like right there. And anybody playing this angle, it's pretty common. Or same thing on the other side, will be blinded. You can also kind of do this. I don't like doing this because it gives them a lot of time to react, but you can try that. You can kind of play with the angles off this little pillar too. That one was horrible, but hey, if you need to flash an air conditioner, that's the way to do it.
Deploying flashbang. Flashbang.
And you can kind of play with the angles. It's a rounded object, so there's different ways that you can do it. As you can see, it's, again, a rounded object I don't like, but that is about it for now. Hopefully you can get some use out of some of these flashes, and as always, thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.